Hey everybody, it's Dope666 and Mr. Claw here on the Dope666 channel, and we are back for our first horror movie DVD update in like a month. We're back, and we have a huge fucking stack of random ass shit. Not all of it's horror, I suppose, but you could sense elements of that in there. But anyway, might as well get along to that. And the first movie here, we haven't even finished this movie yet because there's a scene in it that we just had to stop watching. And we're not going to say what it is, but we're going to say this movie is definitely worth checking out. It's a new release. It's called Neighbor. It's really good. Definitely get the unrated version, although I'm sure it only comes in unrated at this point. But it's definitely, it's not really horror. It's just like, it's brutal. You know, just check it out. Lots of drills and shit.
Tell him about that scene.
I told him I wouldn't tell him. They have to watch it.
You're not gonna tell him?
Well, there is a scene involving the male genitalia, and it rivals I Spit on Your Grave. I can tell you that much. So, if you know what I mean, check this out. This is pretty damn good. He's freaking out because of that scene. It's bad. Next up is a film called Rampage. And this is not horror, I guess you could really say. It's not
angry, sadistic, fun.
Yeah, just all-out exploitation. And everyone hates this guy. What's his name? I forget the guy's name. Fucking A. Asshole. Anyway, Uwe Boll. He directed this, and everyone seems to hate all his movies. With good reason, I suppose. But this is really good. Very well written. And maybe not horror, but you know, definitely worth checking out. And brutal film as well. Next up is a classic. It's Robert Wise production, the original The Haunting from 1963. This is also just really good. There's like no ghosts, there's no monster, there's no blood or anything. Just total pure terror in this movie. And it's very good for its time. You know, some movies from the 60s and 50s, they're pretty damn cheesy, but this one's damn good. I love it. Really good film. And, fuck, I have to sneeze. Alright. Next up, I love these cheesy things here. This is another Goosebumps release. Mr. Claw is turning the fan on me for some reason or another. It's probably going to suck up my hair. Oh well. And this is the, Scarecrow Walks at Midnight release. This is also got Don't Go to Sleep and Calling All Creeps. Just cheesy fun from the 90s, you know, really low-budget horror for children, but so fun and to watch, and, you know, just flashbacks from my childhood, and, you know, good stuff. Put the fan down, asshole. Next up is a new release.
Openhouse.
Openhouse. And you may have seen it in Redbox for rental, or whatever Redbox does. I don't really use Redbox, so I don't know. And this movie is not all that good. I picked it up because it did look interesting, but I don't know. It's hard to explain, but you know, just if you really want to see it, I suggest renting it or getting it from Redbox, I suppose. But yeah, it was decent. So check this out. It's all right. Next up, me and Mr. Claw watched this. It's comedy horror, and it just mimics all the great names in horror, monster, you know, whatever movie history, and it's pretty funny. It's Stan Helsing. Now, a lot of people give this movie shit, say it's just total crap and not even worth a watch. I didn't watch it from like a horror comedy perspective, like Scary Movie. I watched it from pure comedy. It's ridiculous, but it's cheesy, it's bullshit, but it's fun bullshit. You gotta have fun with movies. If you're taking them too seriously, you're not gonna like anything. So give Stan Helsing a try if you have not. It's pretty funny. It's alright, you know. Go check that out. Next up, I don't know where to get a copy of this next movie, so I made myself a copy. It was a video transfer from a VHS. And it's just, I think the only good thing about this movie is the opening score. It's just fucking great. And it's the invasion of the blood farmers. And yeah, it's alright, you know, it's a cult movie about druids fucking draining people's blood with milk pumps. It's really simple. I suppose I just killed it, but, you know, it's really not even worth watching. It's not that good, but I like it, you know. I like cheesy shit like this. And I think Best Buy now has some sort of edition. I saw that asshole. And it's no longer out of print. So I'm gonna go look for a real copy there. But yeah, you know, this is cheesy fun. I mean, this is a good throwback, I suppose. Next up is the 1980s classic Christine. Good movie, just about killer car. Don't really want to ruin anything about it, but you know, good John Carpenter movie, really. Some of his finest work, and good camera work, you know, good effects, you know, just all around good horror movie, and it's pretty damn good. I like it a lot. Just a classic in my opinion. What you doing?
Shut up,
asshole.
fuckface.
Fuck you too.
Douchebag.
Okay.
Go back to your fucking whatever the fuck you're doing.
You act like this isn't, you son of a bitch. Next up is Mustang Sally's Horror House. Not to be mistaken with Horror House. If you call her girls whores, she'll shoot you in the balls. But this was surprisingly good. I found this in like a bargain bin at Kmart for like $3. Pretty damn good in my opinion. It wasn't like total horror, and there was a lot of sex in it, a little bit of boobies, but this was decent, you know, some alright gore, I suppose. I suppose. Yeah. But definitely worth checking out. Mustang Sally's Horror House. Go pick that up. Next up is a 5-pack. It says Grindhouse Shock Show, but it's not actually a Grindhouse release. It is an Alpha Video release.
Alpha Video.
And it comes in this neat little case. Neat. And these two other cases. And this one has Bloody Pit of Horror, The Horrors of Spider Island, and Nightmare Castle. And all three of these were actually decent old school horror films. I liked them. They're just throwbacks, you know. However, this one here, this was the disc that I thought I would like more, but this is Keep My Grave Open and Beast of the Yellow Night.
Keep My Grave Open was fucking retarded.
The only good thing about Keep My Grave Open was some chick got like stabbed with a katana or something.
It was like a short sword.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I don't know what it was. I woke up to that part because I fucking fell asleep and he was just like watching it still. Like, I couldn't believe he was still up. But yeah. If you find this 5-pack, you know, get it for the second one, because these are actually decent if you have not seen them. But yeah, that's it for that 5-pack. Next up, we have Death of a Ghost Hunter, and this wasn't very fun. It was alright, I guess, but low quality filming, and low quality cameras, low quality writing. You know, this is the kind of shit that you find in Rite Aid next to Hell Night, and you're like, well, I don't know what Hell Night is, but it says Linda Blair. And then you look at this, oh, this looks cool, it's new, I don't like old shit. If you're some ignorant asshole, this is the movie that you would buy and be deeply disappointed in. So, I'm not putting the movie down. I mean, it's okay.
You're about to put it down in a sec.
But, I don't know, if you really want to see it, I suggest trying to rent it or whatever. Because it wasn't anything special to me.
Borrow it.
And like he said, borrow it. Alright, probably got room for one more film in this update before I go to part 2. This next one is called Dead Clowns. This was so shitty, but so fun to watch. This had terrible cameras, terrible writing, terrible storyline, you know. But it was fun to watch. It was gory, it was kind of creepy at times, you know. Just bad quality made it creepy. It's like black metal, you know. But I found this at Rite Aid also, next to this fucking bullshit. But if you really want to see it, I guess it is worth watching if you can find it for a cheap price like I did. But you know, that's about it. And I'm gonna close up this half of the update now because I'm doing a 2-part. I have a couple more movies to do here, and I'll be back for part 2 of this DVD update. Keep on creeping.